Let me welcome you all to the next video lecture on statistics. In this session, we shall solve all the problems given in the third exercise of your textbook. And I hope you have gone through the previous video lecture where we have explained how to find the median of group data. Right? So let's take the first problem. So the first problem actually gives the monthly consumption of electricity in units and the number of consumers. It has been given in the problem that there are 68 consumers and this is the given data. So we need to find the mean, median and mode. Right? So now let us first try to find the cumulative frequency. To find the cumulative frequency here, for the first I have 4 and then I add 4 plus 5 which gives me 9. 9 plus 13 gives me 22. 22 plus 20 gives me 42. 42 plus 14 gives me 56. 56 plus 8 will give me 64 and 64 plus 4 gives me 68. Right? So we have the total number of consumers here. Now this happens to be the value n. Right? So n by 2 is 34. Right? So n by 2 is 34. So 34 lies in the class interval 125 to 145. So the median class will be, so we have the median class which is 125 to 145. Right? So once we identify the median class, I also need to identify f here. That is the frequency of the median class which is 20. And to find the median, I also need to identify the cumulative frequency of the previous class which is 22. So CF, the class frequency preceding to the median class is 22. So this is 22. And what about H? H is 20, which is 145 minus 125 equal to 20. Right? Now L happens to be the lower limit of the median class which is 125. With all these values known, we can calculate the median. So the median is calculated by the formula. So the formula is L plus n by 2 minus CF divided by F into H. So this is the formula. So let me substitute the values. So I have 125 plus, so 68 by 2 which is 34 minus CF is 22 divided by F which is 20 into H which is 20. Right? So now 20 I can cancel, so we get the value as 125 plus 12 which is 137. So the median value is 137 units. So because we are trying to find the monthly, so the median value is 137 units. So now let us also find the mode class. Now to find the mode class, I need to identify the maximum frequency. So the maximum frequency lies in the interval 125 to 145. So therefore the mode class also is 125 to 145. Okay, so once I identify the mode class, what are the other things I need? I need L. L is again 125. I need to calculate F1, F0 and F2. Right? So what is F1? F1 is the frequency of the mode class which is 20. F0 is the frequency of the previous class which is 30. And F2 is the frequency of the succeeding class which is 14. And also H is 20. So now the formula for mode, I hope you remember. The formula for mode is L plus, so I have F1 minus F0 divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2, the whole thing into H. Right? So let me substitute the values. So L is 125 plus F1. F1 is 20 minus 13 divided by 2F1 which is 40 minus F0 is 30 minus 40, the whole into 20. Right? So if I do the calculations, we get the mode value as 135.77. So this is the mode value. So next we need to find the mean. So to find the mean, let me find xi. Xi is the mid value of the class. So here we have 75, and then I go and add in 20, so I get 95, 115, 135, 155, 175 and 195. So this is the value of xi. So next, to simplify, let me find out di equals xi minus a. So how do I choose the value of a? Now if we observe there are 7 class intervals, so let me choose the value of a as 135. So a is equal to 135. Okay, so now let me perform xi minus a. So xi minus a, which is 75 minus 135, which gives me minus 60. So next, this gives me minus 40. So I go and add in 20, isn't it? Minus 20, 0, 20, 40 and 60. Right? So now again we simplify by finding out ui. Ui is di by h. So I divide the value of di by the size of the class interval, which is 20. So when I do that, I get minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so now we calculate fi into ui. Very simple. So then we will be able to find out what the mean value is very easily. So fi into ui, so 4 into minus 3, which is minus 12, and then we have minus 10, minus 13, and then 0 into 20 is 0, then I have 14, then 16 and 12. I add up all of them, so summation fiui. So when I add up all of them, I get, so when I add up all of them, I get 7. So we calculate the mean value. So the mean value is, since I've subtracted a, I need to add a, plus since I've divided by h, I need to multiply by h, into summation fiui divided by summation fi. Right? So now a is 135 plus 20 into, so this is 7, divided by fi. Summation fi is 68, the number of consumers here. So it is 7 by 68 into 20 plus 135. So we get the value as 137.05. So the mean value is 137.05. Right? So now if I compare the given mean value with the mode and the median value, what do we observe? So we know that the median value, what we have calculated, is equal to 137, and the mode value, which we have calculated, is approximately equal to 135.77. So we observe that all the three values, what we have calculated, are nearly equal. So this is the conclusion what we have. The second problem is a very interesting problem. So here the median value is given to be 28.5 and n is equal to 60, right? So we need to find the value of x and y. So how do we do that? So now given the frequency of each of these class intervals, I have written Ci for class interval. Let us find the cumulative frequency. So the cumulative frequency is 5 here. So next I add 5 plus x, so I get 5 plus x. Next 5 plus x plus 20 is 25 plus x. So next add these two, so I get 40 plus x. Next 40 plus x plus y, and then 45 plus x plus y is the value here. Now we know that n is 60, so n by 2 is 30. So where does 30 lie, right? So when we look into this column here of the cumulative frequency, we find that till here it is 25 plus x, right? So therefore we need to find the class interval where n by 2 is 30, right? So I have the cumulative frequency here. So till here the class interval 20 to 30 is 25 plus x. Now, the class interval 30 to 40, I have the cumulative frequency is 40 plus x. So whatever may be the value of x, so from here, this value is definitely greater than 40, right? And this value lies between 25 and 40 definitely. So therefore, the median class interval will be 20 to 30. So the median class interval is 20 to 30. So once I find the median class interval, I find the current frequency. The current frequency is 20, and therefore the class frequency of the preceding class is 5 plus x. I also need to find the value of h. The value of h is 10, which is the class size. So with all these values known, we can find the median. Now the median is given by the expression L plus n by 2 minus CF divided by F into H. So what is L? L is the lower value of the class interval, which is 20. So I have 20 plus n by 2 is 30 minus CF. CF is 5 plus x. Do not forget to put the brackets here. And F is 20 into H is 10. And this is equal to, because the median value is given, it is 28.5. Right? So all these values are given here, so we can find the value of x. So therefore, we have 20 plus 30. So when I remove the brackets, I get minus 5 minus x. Right? So I can I can eliminate the 0 here. So I get divide by 2 equals 28.5. Right? So let me take 20 to the other side. So it becomes 28.5 minus 20, which gives me 8.5 equals, so this is 25 minus x divided by 2. Right? So bring this 2 to LHS. So I get 8.5 into 2, which is 17, equals 25 minus x, or x equals 25 minus 17, which is equal to 8. So the value of x is 8 here. So now I need to find the value of y. So we know that n is 60 and the value of n is equal to 45 plus x plus y. So therefore 45 plus x, x is known, which is 8, plus y to be calculated is equal to 60. Right? So 45 plus 8 is 53, plus y equals 60, or y equals 7. Right? So we have found out the value of y very easily because the median value is given. So first find the value of x, and then you substitute the value of x here by using the fact that the last term in the cumulative frequency column is equal to n, which is 60. Right? So when I substitute the value of x, you will also be able to find the value of y. So this gives the distribution of the life insurance policies which a distribution agent has, an LIC agent has. So he totally has 100 policies, and the distribution table given here is slightly different. So below the age of 20, he has 2 policies. Below the age of 25, he has 6 policies. Right? So when I say below 25, it also includes the 2 policies which are below 20. So this actually represents the cumulative frequency. So this has to be remembered. So when I say below the age of 40, the insurance agent has 78 policies, it also includes all the policy holders aged below 35, 30, 25 and 20. So this table or this column represents the cumulative frequency. So now I need to find the frequency itself. So how do I find the frequency? So for the first case, below 20 is 2. If I want to find the number of policies which the agent has within the age group 25 to 20, what do? I subtract 6 minus 2. So 6 minus 2 gives me 4 here. Now if I want to know how many policies the insurance agent has within the age 25 and 30, what do? I subtract 24, which is the cumulative frequency, minus 6. So 24 minus 6 would give me 18. Next, to find the range between 30 and 35, 45 minus 24 gives me 21. So 45 minus 24 gives me 21. Next, within the range 35 and 40, I have 78 minus 45. So this gives me a value 33. Next, between 40 and 45, 89 minus 78 gives me 11. Next, between 45 and 50, 92 minus 89 gives me 3. Next, 50 to 55, 98 minus 92 gives me a value of 6. And then, within the age 55 and 60, it's 100 minus 98 gives me a value 2. So this is the frequency distribution. So once you have the frequency distribution, you also have the cumulative frequency. So therefore, we know that there are 100 policies, right? So therefore, n is 100. So what is n by 2? N by 2 is 50. So where does 50 lie? So 50 definitely lies in this interval, right? So if I assume that this is the class interval 35 to 40, so within the age group 35 to 40, the insurance agent has 33 policies, isn't it? Right? So n by 2 is 50, which definitely falls in this class interval 35 to 40. So therefore, the median class is 35 to 40. So once I know the median class, L is known, so L is 35. What is H? H is 5 again. So next, what is the class frequency of the preceding one? So CF is the cumulative frequency of the preceding class, which is 45, and F happens to be the frequency of the current median class, which is 33. So all the values are known. So once the values are known, I can find the median. So median is given by the expression L plus n by 2 minus CF divided by F into H. So L is 35 plus n by 2. What is n by 2? N by 2 is 50 minus CF is 45 by F is 33 into H. What is H? Is 5. Right? So we can find the median. So the median is 35.75 years. So the median value is 35.75 years. So problem 4 and 5 are very simple, so I've written both of them. So now problem 4 actually gives the distribution where we have the length of the leaf of a plant given in millimeters, right? So here this is the length 118 to 126 millimeters, there are 3 leaves, 127 millimeters to 135 millimeters, there are 5 leaves, and so on. So now let us find the cumulative frequency. So I have 3, then 3 plus 5 is 8, 8 plus 9 is 17, 17 plus 12 is 29. So 29 plus 5 is 34, 34 plus 4 is 38, 38 plus 2 is 40. So the total number of leaves is 40. Right. So now n is 40. So n by 2 is 20. So n by 2 definitely lies in this class interval. Lies in the class interval 145 to 153. But what has to be noted is the class intervals are not continuous. So I find that there is a break 144 and 145 here. So in order to avoid this break, what do? Let us modify the class interval, right? So we can modify this class interval as 117.5 to 126.5, 126.5 to 135.5. So here I have 135.5 to 144.5. So to make it continuous, so this class interval would be 144.5 to 153.5. So this is going to be the class interval. Okay. So now the value of L, which we need. So L is going to be 144.5. And how do I find the value of H? I find the value of H by just subtracting the higher value minus the lower value. So 153.5 minus 144.5. So the value of H will be 9. Okay. Now I need to find the cumulative frequency of the preceding class. So this is the class interval what we are considering, isn't it? So the cumulative frequency of the preceding class is 17. So CF is 17 and the frequency of the median class is 12. Okay, so we know that the median value is equal to L plus n by 2 minus CF divided by F into H. So I'm writing the formula so that you are well aware of the formula when you solve the problem. So there's no confusion there. So it is 144.5 plus n by 2, which is 20, minus CF is 17, divided by F is 12, into H is 9. So the median value what we get is 146.75 millimeters. Right? So in similar lines, we also need to find the value, the median value here. So what has been given in problem 5? The lifetime of 400 neon lamps have been given. Okay, so this is the lifetime in number of hours. So 1500 to 2000 hours, 14 lamps, 2000 hours to 2500 hours, 56 lamps, and so on. So I need to find the median value. So to find the median value first, let's find the cumulative frequency. Of course, the total number of lamps being considered is 400. So let's find the cumulative frequency here. So I have 14. So 14 plus 56 is going to be 70. 70 plus 60 is going to be 130. 130 plus 86 is going to be 216. 216 plus 74 is going to be 290. 290 plus 62 is going to be 352. And then 352 plus 48 is going to be 400. So n is 400. And n by 2 is 200 here. So where does 200 lie? So we know that 200 definitely lies within the interval 3000 to 3500, isn't it? So till 130 is present in this class interval, 130 to 216 is present in this class interval. So this becomes your median class. So the median class is 3K to 3.5K. So therefore L is 3000, the lower value. And what is H? H is of course 500. CF is the cumulative frequency of the preceding class interval, which is 130. And the frequency of the considered median class is 86. So we find the median value. So the median value is L, which is 3000 plus, so I have the expression here, L is 3000 plus n by 2, which is 200, minus CF is 130, divided by F is 86 into 500. Right? So we substitute all the values there, and finally we get the answer as 3406.97 hours. So this is the median value. So in problem 6, there are 100 surnames given in the telephone directory, and we find that we have the class interval 1 to 4 having a frequency 6, 4 to 7 having a frequency 30, and so on. So finally we need to find the mean, median, and the mode value. So let's find the cumulative frequency first. So the cumulative frequency is 6, 6 plus 30 is 36, then 36 plus 40 is 76. Next, 76 plus 16 is 92, then you have 92 plus 4 is 96, and then 100. Okay, so n is 100, n by 2 is 50, So I find that I find 50 definitely lies in the class interval 7 to 10. Okay, so therefore the median class interval is 7 to 10. So therefore L is 7, H is 10 minus 7 is 3, CF is the cumulative frequency of the preceding class, which is 36, and F is 40. So we can find the median value very easily. So the median value is L plus N by 2 minus CF divided by F into H. So what is L? L is 7 plus N by 2 is 50 minus CF. CF is 36 divided by F is 40 into H is 3. Okay, so now we calculate. So when we calculate the value, we get the value as 8.05. So this is the median value what I get. So next I also need to find the mode. So the mode value, so to find the mode, we have to calculate, or we have to identify the maximum. So the maximum frequency value is 40, so therefore the mode class is also 7 to 10, isn't it? So therefore the mode class interval is also 7 to 10. So therefore L is 7, H is again 3. Now F1 is 40, F0 is 30, F2 is 16. So F0 is 30, F1 is 40, and F2 is 16. So let's substitute the values given in the expression. So I hope you remember the expression for mode is nothing but L plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. So let's substitute all the values there. So we have 7 plus 40 minus 30 is 10 divided by 2 into 40 is 80 minus F0 is 30 minus F2 is 16 into H is nothing but equal to 3. Alright, so therefore we get the value as 7.88. So this is the mode value. Right, so apart from the mode value, we also need to find the mean value. So to find the mean value, let us find xi and xi into fi. So we have xi, which happens to be the mid value of each of the class intervals. Right? So in the first case, the class interval is 1 to 4. So how do I calculate xi? Xi is 1 plus 4 divided by 2, which gives me 2.5, isn't it? So the next value is 4 plus 7, which is 11 by 2. So 11 by 2 gives me a value of 5.5. Right? So we assume that the value increases by 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. So if we go on adding 3, so I get 8.5, the next value, next 11.5, and the next value is 14.5, and then 17.5. So these are the values what we get. So now just multiply fi into xi. Very simple. So I have 2.5 into 6, which gives me a value of 15. Next 30 into 5.5 is 165, and then you have 340, then 184, that is 16 into 11.5, 4 into 14.5 is 51, and then 70. Okay, now add up all of them, summation fi xi. So what do I get? I get 825. Alright, so now the mean value is summation fi xi divided by summation fi. So here you get 825, and if I add all these values fi, so when you add all these values it is 100, so we know that, so n is 100, so we get the value as the mean value as 8.25. So again, what do we observe? The mean, median and the mode values are more or less similar. They are very close to each other, isn't it? So the mode value is 7.88, the median value is 8.05, and the mean value is 8.25. Right? So now let's move on with the last problem given in the third exercise. So in the last problem, we have a weight of 30 students given here. So 2 students have a weight in the range of 40 to 45, 3 students have their body weight in the range of 45 to 50 and so on. So now let's find the cumulative frequency. So I have 2, 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 8 gives me 13, 13 plus 6 gives me 19, 19 plus 6 is 25, 25 plus 3 is 28, and then you have 30. So the total number of students is 30, so n is 30 and n by 2 is 15. So where does 15 lie, in which interval? So till here is 13, so definitely 15 lies in the interval 55 to 60. So therefore the median class is 55 to 60. So therefore L is 55, okay, H is 5, and then what is CF? The cumulative frequency of the preceding class interval, which is 13, and F is 6, the current one. So therefore we have the median value is L plus n by 2 minus CF divided by F into H. So I have L is 55 plus 15 minus 13 divided by F. So what is F? F is 6 into H. H is 5. Right? So when I do the calculations, we get the value as 56.67. So the median weight among all the 30 students is 56 points. So in this video lecture, we have solved all the problems given in the third exercise. And the next exercise is very interesting and very important, where we try to plot the given distribution. So we have seen that the distribution can be represented in different ways. So you have the frequency, we also have the cumulative frequency, and even the class intervals can be represented in different ways, isn't it? Right? So can they all be graphically represented in different ways? Yes, it is possible. And we shall see that when we try to solve all the problems given in the fourth exercise of statistics. I hope you have found the video very informative. Do like, share and subscribe and press the bell icon to get notifications.